Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running pretty well, too.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back over the line of scrimmage. But not much more than that. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 to go. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. Able to slip. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Panthers have recovered. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set
at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The Panthers at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. If they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W, they have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally they 49ers 21-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. We'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and he's got room. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. So that's going to be a nice one for the passing stats, so that's how it will go down in the stat sheet. But the success of that play, no doubt, all thanks to the talents of the wideout.
Oh, he was definitely the recipient of good blocking as well, especially at the line of scrimmage. And once he got around the corner, you got the sense that no one was going to get him. Really nice ball handling, too, in order to get it to him.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. 30. 10. 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Carolina. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
On third down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Here we go with McCaffrey. Now this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Corral going to bootleg it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Samson Ebukam. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Good footwork at the 30. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's complete. Again, he's got Marshall. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
It's as negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Corral, and he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Max Borghi, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out when they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Headed to an okay gain.
Call no gain on the keeper. It's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Jackson from the shotgun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
ball on first down. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. His second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
That's caught downfield by Kittle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On the ground, McCaffrey. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts for New Ford. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson. The kick by Gold is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Corral's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 25-yard line. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Fakes the handoff. Now Corral to throw it. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Meanwhile, Corral's throw complete there to Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Max Borghi, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it, the bottom line is it officially becomes impossible. But this possession is an empty one. So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Smith to return it. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 105 yards for him on the ground. He's been terrific here this afternoon. 1st down. Here's Corral with it. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
To try again after the sack. Corral. And he will slide down with a good gain. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him try to come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. 2nd and 10, Corral. Now they go screen, it's complete. And some space here. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st. Corral, another throw coming. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st. They run with McCaffrey off the option. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Jackson now out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They develop off the corner blitz that time, but it delivers to the 9-yard loss. The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Open man is Samuel, complete. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 41 yards. And the 49ers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, Coach probably just leaned over Jones like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Don't let those guys not leave. Try to make a joke out of him and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's got this one across midfield into 49 territory. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Jackson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 2nd and 7. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rolling to his right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Lamar Jackson. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Moving in the run. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 24 yards the game there, another 1st down as well. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep it.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Max Borghi, 33 yards. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Play action. Now Jackson being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has been a rough one to get moving for him. After this one's done, you just feel like in the first game press conference, this team's got a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack goes to Damian Wilson.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the...